How many of you guys have probably played or at least heard about the cult classic called EarthBound? For those of you who have played it, you may have remember, spoiler alert, that the final boss against the Giygas, he has been universally listed as one of the scariest and most creepiest bosses ever. What if I told you his third form of an outline of a fetus? The creator of the game, Giygas Otoi, once said of his moment of his childhood that ruined it. When he was young, he accidentally walked into the wrong movie theater. He walked in on the movie called The Japanese Policeman and a Dismembered Beauty. He thought he was watching a really messed up film when he created Earthbound. He supposedly designed the Giygas third form as mostly as an outline of a fetus. The scene, where may also be support some Giygas dialogue throughout the fight, like "it hurts" or "I feel good." He also pauses between his words, so you can process that too. That is supposed to be the backstory of the Giygas. The whole story itself is based off of Ito's childhood, when he had saw the supposed messed up scene. He was no longer a child, that he had matured, but the story of Ness and Earthbound and him gaining power and friends. Once he encountered Giygas and defeated him, he matures. The whole game of Earthbound is one of a metaphor for growing up. And that, my little pretties, was the truth about Giygas, a Earthbound gaming pasta. My final thoughts on this story? This is a good Fury pasta, actually. I really have to say, it's one of the classic creepy pastas from what I have seen. Now, I'm gonna say right now that I have not played Earthbound. I've heard of it, but I've never played it, so I honestly don't know it very well. So that's something I want to clarify. I also want to say I have remember hearing this story from a couple of narrators, like I've listened to Seabass's narration of it, such as this story, but I also have heard of Obsessively Obsessed narration as well as Creepy Elliot's narration. I mean, the fact that the Gygas, being a form of something that the creator has seen in his childhood, I mean, that's really messed up, to be honest. Like, I honestly could see that being the case. Like, I mean, hell, I've even seen that, being the case when it comes to, this. Now, I've not played Earthbound, so I really don't know it. But if I had to say one thing, I would have to say it's definitely an interesting concept for how the game would be. I mean, I have seen it before too. Like, I always really wanted to know something, as I'm always curious as to, what the Gagas really were. Now, I have not played the game, so I don't know it. But I definitely wanted to check out the game someday. Maybe if I get the opportunity, I might consider it, but who really knows? Who really knows that day will come. But I have to say, it was a pretty good pasta. I really have to say it's an amazing story. It's really well made in detail, and I honestly found this one to be, quite enjoyable for what it is. Now, I did take a look at this, story, a few years ago or something, and I wasn't really that interested in it, but it's a pretty good Fury pasta of what the Gygas forms are supposed to be like. This is actually a really good Fury. Now, I know there's an author's note saying this is a highly supportive Fury about the creepy backstory of the Gygas from Earthbound. Now, I could definitely say this is actually very believable. It's messed up, yes, but it is very believable. In a sense, it is very believable in a way. I mean, not a lot of creepypastas really manage to, do stuff like this nowadays. I mean, it's unfortunate, but for some reason, this story actually manages to incorporate that very well. Yeah, it might be maybe just a bit cliched, but I'm gonna excuse that, as that story actually manages to, incorporate a good amount of it, and on how the story actually provided pretty good details on, how this story became to be. I mean, of the Gygas. Now, I have to say, when I first saw this one was actually not the bad pasta. I actually still find this one to be, a pretty good story. Now, like I'm gonna say, yeah, this story was not a bad story. I still find it to be enjoyable. And yeah, I really recommend you guys check out this pasta. It's on the regular creepypasta wiki if you guys want to take a look at it. Now, I'm going to sit here and say this. I don't know who the original author is, as I tried to look for who the original author is, but I can't seem to find the original author of this story, so I'm going to leave it as anonymous for now. If I ever do find out who the original author is, I'll be sure to give him or her proper credit on this story, because this story was pretty good. So, anyways, with that being the case, that being said, this is not really a long review. I'm just saying that now. It's not really a long review, so yeah. I'm gonna wrap this one up. Now, like I'm gonna say right now, and like I always continue to say, this is just simply my own personal opinion. And if you happen to disagree with me, that's fine too. We're all entitled to our own opinions regards to these creepypastas, and this is simply my own personal thoughts. My final rating of this story would have to be a 10 out of 10. It's a great fury. It was really well made in detail. The grammar of this story is fantastic. Same with the sentence structuring. Basically, everything about it was flat out amazing. Even messed up of what happened with the creator of it. Now, that's actually messed up because I actually have, seen a lot of messed up stuff in my life, so there's definitely that. I've seen a lot more messed up stuff, so there's definitely that. This story actually did a pretty good job. So, anyways, with that being the case, and with that being said, what did you guys think of this creepypasta? Did you all enjoy it? Did you all not? And also, what would you have done personally to help make this story a lot better? Feel free to leave me know what your thoughts are down in the comments below. I'm the Queen of Lions. Thank you so much for watching today's episode. And if you're brand new here to this channel, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe because I make brand new videos every single day. Don't forget to ring the notification bell to when I upload, so that way you guys will not miss an upload. And as always, please roll the outro because I'm out.